Here we go. All right. Welcome. Welcome to yoga with me, stepping onto your mat and into yourself. So glad you're all here, and those that aren't, and we'll see it at a later date. We went YouTube last week, so big move for me. So today, our class is on open heart, open hips, and we're going to do something a little different than what we've normally done over the past several weeks. We are going to sit in 3 poses. I have my little timer, 3 minutes in each pose. And a lot of this is about isolating body parts and drawing our attention to that part of the body that we'll be working on. And today is hips. And hips are an interesting body part because they're one of the few that are able to move in all directions. So what we're going to focus on is the 3, the flexion rather. So when we sit, that's how it is. Our hip is like that. And it shortens the muscle. So we are going to recognize by countering. So by doing camel pose, for instance, we sit a lot. We sit on chairs. We sit driving the car. Everything is in this position. So we're going to do some poses that are going to enable us to lengthen that muscle that shortens while we're sitting so much. And then we'll do extensions. So those are, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here, because I'm talking about an area, the biology or of the body that I'm not. Let's face it, folks. When we get into this part, I'm not as comfortable. But when we do lunges, for instance, we're going to lengthen the body part in the front side of our leg and our hip, and then rotating. So for instance, when we sit in lotus, which is what we're sitting in right now, we rotate the hip. The hip goes out to the side. So we have external and internal flexion or rotation of the hips. I'll become more comfortable with this as time goes by. But so in addition to working on our hips and isolating the body part, we're going to spend some time on the breath. And my son Sam is really good at this because he mentions, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So the breath is proof, and research has shown that the breath slows everything down, calms our nervous system, and which is why yoga is so effective. So when we are holding the pose for 3 minutes, we're going to use a breath technique, which is taking 4 breaths for the inhale through your nose, and then we're going to exhale that breath through the mouth to the count of 8. So it's going to be 4 in, 8 out through the mouth, and I'll kind of cue that with my hands as best I can. You're just going to have to kind of work that on your own, because another term we're going to learn today is, I'm just going to say wet noodle, for lack of a better description. When a noodle's wet, it's just kind of like, we're going to allow gravity, using our breath, to bring us into total relaxation and to stretch the hip. These are all hip openers. Stretching the hip, which is a huge factor in lower back pain. Because we sit a lot and we shorten that muscle, as I mentioned. So we're going to work on, we're just going to work on that part of the body. And so, all right, so that's what's on the agenda for today. Now we move into the housekeeping. Blow your nose, because you are going to Inhale slowly to the count of 4, and then exhale through the mouth. But clearing your nose is going to be, is certainly important. Having a block, this is going to be important, or something that you can bring the floor to you if you can't get down to the floor. And in a few of the poses, you might want to consider having something close by, generally at the top of your mat. And then lastly, your pillow or cushion, rolled up blanket or towel nearby will help too in elevating. Okay, and now the last part, I always give a shout out. And I'd like to give a shout out to my dear, dear friend in Florida, Marjorie, who I believe will be joining us today, a first time. And so welcome. All right, everyone. We're going to do our warm-up poses. I'm going to add a couple, but then get into these 3 poses that we're going to hold, each for 3 minutes. Little bumpy start on my part, but I invite you all now to just settle in, coming to a comfortable seated position, removing the flesh from your sits bones to allow your hips to slide forward. Placing your hands either facing down in a grounding feel or facing up in a gesture of receiving. Today, I need to feel a little grounding. I'm a little flighty, and honestly, I could use some grounding at the moment. I invite you to close your eyes, and we'll begin this journey connecting with the breath. With your lips together, beginning to inhale through your nose, feeling your belly expand, rib cage and lungs. Perhaps holding it, and then exhale through your nose. Inhale, feel your belly, rib cage, what we call the Dirga, 3-part breath, filling up, and then letting go. Think of, as you inhale, taking in that which you need, the energy, the life force, and then letting go of that which you no longer need. It served its purpose. Inhale, filling up, and exhale. A nice, slow, smooth cadence as your breath travels, feeling it. Maybe you can visualize it traveling through your body. This inhale and exhale. The first thing we do in life as a baby is take that big gasp of breath. And then it's the last thing we do as we leave the earth. It's such a beautiful journey. Feel it, visualize it. Keeping with your breath, I invite you now to float your eyelids open and placing your hands on the side. And yoga is the movement of breath and body. Inhale. As your arms come up, and then exhale as they float down. Everything moves so fast. Can we slow down with this hour together, moving with your breath on the inhale, and then exhale, floating down. Last one. Inhale, bringing both arms up. Exhale, and either placing your block out to the left side, placing your fingertips down. As you inhale, right arm comes up, pressing your palm down as you reach up through your fingertips. Gaze up, feel that nice stretch begin as we open the intercostal, your rib cage. Send the breath to the opening. Envision the opening in your breath moving in through each rib cage. On your next exhale, floating down your right arm onto the mat as you inhale, left arm comes up. Maybe notice a different feel on each side. Can you just notice? Can you just observe without judgment, without commentary? Just notice, I see you, I feel you. On your next exhale, floating your left hand down. Inhale, right hand comes over left knee. Left arm comes from behind. Inhale, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Each inhale has you extending just a wee bit higher, and then on the exhale, micro movement. One more. Inhale, and exhale, twist. On your next inhale, extend up. Exhale, bring left hand, ride your breath, grabbing a hold of your right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. Inhale, press up through the crown of your head, reach up, and then twist over. One more inhale and exhale here. And on your next inhale, bringing your right hand over onto your left knee. Grab a hold, get a nice grip onto your knees. And then exhale as you pull down, bringing chin to chest. Really round your spine. Feel the opening in your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, bring both arms back, drawing them behind, sliding just a wee bit off your cushion, and then inhale, press up, open your heart, feel your heart opening as you don't want to drop your head all the way back. You don't want this. Engage your neck muscles. Exhale, pressing your heart to the sky. One more inhale and exhale. And on your next exhale, coming to center, let's take out your cushion, bringing your feet out to the side of your mat. I'm going to move back just a wee bit. Fingertips either facing in front. You guys know this drill pretty well by now. Inhale, shoulders up, back, and down. On your next exhale, dropping your knees over to the left, keeping your shoulders straight. We're just warming up the hips for what's to come. Inhale, center, moving with your breath. So inhale brings you to the center, exhale. Next time we drop over to the left side, swing your right arm over. Maybe you'll feel a nice adjustment in your back. Inhale, and now exhale over to the next side. Inhale to center, exhale, right arm swings over to the left. Inhale to center, dropping your knees, moving slowly with your breath. Now the next time we go over to the left side, press into your left palm, onto your left knee, and now extend. Really open up. Feel the nice opening in your left hip or your right hip, reaching out with your right fingertips. And breathe, holding it here. On your next exhale, coming to center. Take an inhale here. Now exhale, reach out. Really a nice full expression of the pose. Fingertips to toes, opening your hip. One more breath here. Take a deep inhale and exhale, coming back to center. And now continuing with our warm-up here. placing your fingertips behind, shoulders up, back, and down. Your feet now are hip width distance apart. And on your next inhale, press up into reverse table. Hold it here, press up, just warming up. On your next exhale, come back down. We're going to now do that, scooting through the backside, through our arms, beginning to warm up. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, come through, maybe flex your feet. Inhale, press up. Exhale, come through. Inhale, press up. 2 more. Moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Setting down. Flexing your feet. Shoulders again up, back, and down. And now we're going to hinge at the hips with your feet flexed, kneecaps and thigh engaged here as you inhale, shoulders up, back, and down, and begin to hinge forward, leading with your forehead. We don't want to lean with shoulders. We want to really feel this in the back side. And once you get as far as you can go here, it may not be very far, and that's fine. Begin to walk your hands to your shins, ankles, wherever you are. And where you settle, then pull. Bending at the elbow and folding forward. And just breathe here. This is the beginning of allowing gravity. And once you reach that, then release your muscles and really let them relax and send the breath there. Breathe. One more inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back, draw your knees in, drop them over to the side, and come into table. And here at table, we'll continue with our warm-up. So knees under hips, tops of your feet pressing into the mat, palms directly. So you don't want them out to the side, you don't want them up. You want them directly under your shoulders. On your next inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, touch your tailbone, chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Do 3 more on your own, moving with your breath. Coming to a neutral spine here. And here, I'd like you to bring your knees together. Your palms are still hip width distance, right underneath your palms under shoulders, and begin to just roll and round your hips here. Just out to the side. Just a different, because we are going to be doing some hip openers, and when we do this rotation, so this is one of the movements, when we do this rotation, we begin to, let's reverse now, allow the synovial fluid to form, and release, I should say. And so now when you come back to center, dip over to the left side and feel that nice stretch in your hip. Hold it here and just breathe. You don't have to sit down. Try to keep yourself up a little bit to feel the stretch. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Just dip down as far as you can go and feel the stretch. Pressing into your right palm and just feel that nice stretch on the side. On your next inhale, come back to center. And now here, Extend right arm, left leg in one line. Really reach out. Feel your hip extending. One more breath here. And this is a good place to now look for your drishti, that point of focus. On your next exhale, bring your palm and your knee to the mat. Inhale, extend left arm, right leg. Just feel the extension. Breathe. One, find this balance. One straight line. On your next exhale, come back to center. Inhale, left arm, right leg comes out. On the exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. On this extension, keep it out, turn your palm out, flex your foot, and bring it out to the side. Inhale to center. Breathe, exhale, out to the side. 3 more. Inhale, center, deep breath, exhale, out to the side. 2 more. Inhale to center, exhale, flex your foot, inhale, using your core, exhale, out to the side, inhale, place your palm down. Take a deep inhale and exhale breath here. On your next inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. On this extension, keep it. Turn your palm, flex your foot, out to the side. Bring it as far back as possible. Use your core. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale out to the side. I lost count. Let's do 2 more. Inhale to center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale and exhale. As you come back to center, palm and knee meet at the mat. On your next inhale, I'd like you to come up onto your knees, taking your fingertips and pressing them away, pointing down towards the mat as though you were slipping them into pockets. Tops of your feet pressing into the mat. Your knees are hip width distance, shoulders up, back, and down. On your next inhale, press up, and now exhale, open your heart. Feel this nice stretch in the front side of your body, and this is how we counter all the sitting we do. Breathe. Each exhale may have you coming a little further down. 1 more inhale and exhale here, holding it. On your next inhale, using your core, coming back to center. We're going to do this 1 more time, and you go as far back as you can. For those who can come into the full expression of camel, inhale, extend up, and then as you come, exhale, taking one hand onto your heel. You might want to curl your toes, and the other hand, and then onto the other heel, and then exhale as you keep some tension in your neck. Don't drop your neck all the way back. We want to really strengthen our neck muscles. So inhale as you press forward and breathe. 1 more inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, very slowly, bringing your, if you went into full expression, bringing your hands back and coming back to the center of your mat, walking your left knee forward over your right, bringing your feet out to the side, and then slowly walking back as you come into a seated pose. And you're really going to feel this in your glutes. Again, shoulders up, back, and down. On your next inhale, bring your arms up to center, and then interlace your fingers and turn your palms as you really extend up. Feeling the nice stretch in the left side of your hip, your shoulders, your wrists, and just breathe here, holding this nice pose. One more inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, floating both arms down as you ride your breath, rolling onto your knee as your right knee comes over your left. Bring your feet out to the side as you now slowly begin to sit back. You might want to use a cushion or a towel under your hip. And again, you know, this might be a pose where you notice. Can you just notice? Again, shoulders back. On your next inhale, raise both arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, pressing your palms, a nice stretch for the wrists, and breathe. And holding this, and really going inside to say, are you comparing one side to the other instead of just noticing that they're different? Can you do that without labeling that side, whatever? Just, they're different, and I can feel it, that's all. One more deep inhale, and on your next exhale, floating both arms down, rolling onto your knees. And now back into table, rolling over your toes, and let's pop into our first down dog. Here in down dog, bend your knees, right and left, kind of swivel your knees in on the diagonal, feel the hips, shake your head yes and no, no tension in your neck. And on your next inhale, step, walk, or float your feet forward. I'm now gonna stand for just a moment. And here, with your feet coming back into a standing pose, with your feet and your heels touching. I don't think you need it that high up, so you're getting a view of my studio. Okay, so trying to stay in the center here. Okay, with your heels touching, knees touching, shoulders up, back, and down. On your next inhale, bring both arms up. Interlace your fingers, point your fingers up, biceps alongside your ear. Breathe. We're building here, kneecaps pulled up, thighs engaged, belly. On your next exhale, floating over to the left side as you gaze up. Reach up. Each exhale might have you sinking a little further down. Can you feel the nice stretch in your right hip? Breathe. Breathe into what you're feeling. Just send the breath there. Slow your mind down. One more inhale and exhale here. And now using your core, bring yourself back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, float to the right. Again, feeling the nice stretch in your left hip. Each exhale may have you coming a little bit further down, closer to the ground, gazing up. One more inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, coming back to center. Dropping your head now all the way back. Just let it go. I think your head weighs about 8 or 10 pounds. Some of them are a little heavier than others, but hope it doesn't have to do with our brains. Anyhow, on your next, if not mine would be featherlight. Okay, so with your head resting back, your fingertips like they were a Sharpie, engage your thighs, press your thighs forward as you begin to lean back as though you were drawing a nice straight line on the ceiling, opening your heart. Nice, one more exhale, and then inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, float all the way down, coming into a flat back. Allow your knees to separate now, hip width distance. Grab a hold of your your elbows and begin to walk your elbows all the way down to the earth. Shake your head yes and no, and breathe here. And it's here that I invite you, once you've gotten all the way down, let go. Come into a ragdoll. Really allow, here's a good wet noodle. So just allow gravity to take you wherever you are. Shake your head yes and no. And now for one last stretch, either grab a hold with your peace fingers, grab a hold of your toes, or putting your hands under your feet. You know I love that. Pada Hasta. Your padas under your hattas. Or here's a really deep stretch. Bring your wrists to face outward so you're turning. We're internally rather, rotating our arms, and slip your palms under your feet and feel that really deep stretch. But you guys have to go to wherever it is that you are. Take one more inhale and exhale here, and with your knees slightly bent, hands on your hip, begin to come up to a standing pose. And one last pose here. Bring your feet and your knees together, heels touching, come up on your toes, shoulders back. Now a lot of us are going to say, well, this is no kind of pose. Well, actually, it is. And I'm going to invite you, when you are standing in your kitchen, or you're doing anything that you normally do, maybe it's brushing your teeth, maybe it's looking at your computer, maybe it's just waiting for something, come up onto your toes and challenge your balance here. And if you fall out, get back up. But this is a really, this is bringing our awareness inside, using your breath. One more inhale and exhale, and come back down. It's just a little something to play with, but to insert it throughout your day. Okay, on your next inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bow forward. On your next inhale, extend your right leg back. All right, I'm going to turn this. Okay, we're going to come into these three poses. Our first pose is going to be lizard pose. So, actually, I'd like you to put your left foot forward. I'm going to move from side to side. So bring your left foot forward, and not underneath. So I'm going to come sideways so you can see this. And I'm going to start our 3 minutes. Okay, so I want your foot a little farther ahead of your knee. So come here, you may want to put, because we're going to hold this, you may want to put this under your right knee, wherever you are for a little. And so right here, placing your hands to the side, I want you to walk your arms onto the inside. Bring your left foot out on a diagonal here, just so you can see. So bring it out onto the side and begin to come forward. You may get down. I can't get down on my elbows, but some of you may be able to. If not, come on to a block. And with your knee out to the side, you have a nice extension on your right leg. And now we're going to do the 4 breath in and the 8 breath out. So on your inhale through your nose to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the exhale through your mouth. Mess that up. Let's try it again. Inhale through your nose to 4. I can't do this and talk, guys. So exhale to the count of 8. You guys are going to have to do this completely on your own. I'll figure out how I can do this while I'm talking and breathing, but a little challenging. My point is, a longer exhale through your mouth and a shorter inhale through your nose. And then just let your head down. So you shouldn't be looking at me anymore, actually. So just breathe and allow we're holding this pose. You see, we've got a little bit more to go. We're almost halfway there. And we allow our hips to really, both hips are being opened, but you have to relax. Kind of get into that wet noodle, allow your neck, and just hold it here. When we hold a pose and breathe, remember 4 in, 8 out. When we hold a pose like this, that's when the magic happens. Statistically, they say a 2-minute hold allows the muscles. You know, it's kind of like, is it safe to go out? You know, it's once everything is quiet, then the muscles feel that it's time to stretch and relax. So we're almost there. Oh, 3 minutes. Okay, begin to walk yourself back. And now here, I invite you to straighten now your left leg. Really feel that. Reach out and up and then hinge forward. Feel that really nice stretch in the back of your left leg and breathe. On your next inhale, bend your knee, pop back in to down dog. And on your next inhale, bring your right leg forward. Again, if you need a cushion for your left knee, place it under your left knee. Have your block handy if you needed it. Bring your arms to the inside and pivot your right foot to the outside. Just a slight bit. Allows the rotation. Oh, poo. Okay, I'll let you go a little earlier. I forgot to do that. Okay, so wet noodle. Come on down. Onto wherever you are. Allow your neck to relax and hold this pose. I know this is very different than a sequence of yoga. A lot of people refer to this kind of as a yin class, but it's not entirely a yin class. What we're doing is a hip opener. And holding a pose, as I mentioned, is magic, especially for our hips that get so tight. And so breathe that 4 on the inside, on the inhale through your nose. And then see, I can do it without talking. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Kind of like the Ujjayi breath, that audible. And so if you're doing that with your head down, you're really allowing your muscles. So how are you guys doing? I mean, this is what it's all about. You know, I wish you were in class because we could tell jokes or something, but no, seriously, we want to relax. We want to have that quiet moment to allow your hips to open. Probably put on some music here. Breathe. Never thought 3 minutes would be so long, but I know I was a little, just about another minute. But you're gonna feel this. And it's gonna feel good. Our hips, as I mentioned, when our hips are tight, our lower back seizes up. We do so much sitting. You know, more of this will alleviate some of the back. Okay, on your next inhale, begin to walk your hands back, bring your out to the side, and now pivot your right foot forward, straighten it, pressing onto your fingertips, and then hinge forward and feel that nice stretch in the back of your right thigh. Take another breath here. On your next inhale, come on back, bring your right leg back to meet your left, and grab either, if you need it, a pillow or a blanket. I certainly do, because we're going to do a pose called butterfly. This is a new pose. Again, a nice rotation of the hips. And so coming on to, you can come onto a block, depending upon how tight your hips are. And we're going to use our fists to measure. So coming into the inside, just do 4 fists. And then wherever those land, bring your feet in. So I'm right about here. I can draw them in a little bit further. And begin to open the soles of your feet. I'm going to start our timer here. 3 minutes. Allowing your soles of your feet to come out. Bending your elbows and leaning forward. If you want to press into your, you don't need to press in to your calves or thighs, but grabbing a hold maybe of the outside to give you a little bit of leverage to pull. And once you get to that edge, wet noodle. So allow your head to come down, and the 4, inhale to the count of 4, and exhale to the count of 8. You won't be able to see me anyway if I put my fingers up, because you're a wet noodle and your head is resting and you're pulling yourself down, and then getting to that place and just holding it, allowing it to be. I'm going to put another song on just to get us through this next. Because I don't know, I mean, I figured a little change up, right? And just let it go. Breathe. Halfway there. Wet noodle. But I was crazy about you then, about the craziest thing of all. Over 10 years have gone by. You're still mine, locked in time. Let's rewind. Do you remember when we first moved in together? We had to go to live. Boogie, boogie, I play you love songs. You say we're playing house. Now you still say we got. We've been talking. Okay, getting down to the last couple seconds. Take one more 4 breath in, 8 breath on the exhale. On your next inhale, come on back up. Okay, we're going to keep Jack with us on this next pose. Let's bring both knees together, roll onto the side, and come back into table. Roll over your toes and press into down dog. Feet hip width distance, pressing into your palms. On your next inhale, raise your left leg up really raise it up, and then exhale, open your hip, gaze under your right shoulder. Your hip should feel pretty open at this point. And on your next exhale, bring your left knee up. We're going to come into pigeon, but pigeon is going to be a little different. So bring your left knee up. Again, have your cushion or your towel close by. And what I'd like you to do, we're not going to lean forward. We're going to stay up and bring your left foot out as far as you can bring it. Walk your right knee back so that you come down as far as you can go. And I'd like you to do just, oh, Christmas. I forgot to turn it over again. All right, I promise I won't keep you in this too long. However, this is important. I want you to do a little experiment with me. Let's play. So, press into the palms of your hands, bringing your shoulders back. Feel that. And normally when we're in pigeon, remember I asked you to come forward and rest your head on the one potato, two potato, on our fists. So, feel that, and now I'd like you to lean forward and feel how that relieves some of the stretch. So pressing back is a deeper stretch as your shoulders come back. And if you want, bring your hands up onto a block wherever you are, bringing your foot out front and flexing your foot protects your knee, and just hold it here. So on this pose, you can see me, and we'll do the, again, now you're here, and just let your shoulders down, relax them, allowing the tension to leave. But I ask you to practice the 4. Inhale to the count of 4. So inhale, exhale through your mouth. Forget it, I can't do it, and talk. You guys are going to have to do it. So inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 8. I'm so glad we're friends, because if you were paying for this class, I'd feel really badly, because I'm learning with you on this. And so, yeah, it's just good that we're all friends here. All right, so this is a really nice hip opener. So pressing in. Okay, I'm gonna give us just one more minute. And breathe. Maybe close your eyes. And let's see. I might change the music again. Yeah, I'm really going off script today. I gotta tell you guys, you know. Oh no, I don't want that. Okay, actually what I'm trying to do is take your mind off of. Okay, let's see. I mean, don't you just love this song? Yes. Okay. Okay. On your next inhale, roll over your right foot, come up with your knee bent. Keep it bent, guys. And now stir it in one direction, that nice rotation. And now reverse. On your next inhale, raise your right leg up all the way as high as you can go. Now open your hip, bend your knee, gaze under your left shoulder. Take another breath. On your next exhale, with your knee bent, bring it up in between your hands. Walk your left leg back. And on this side, for sure, because both sides are very different, a cushion really helps under my right hip. Bringing your foot out as far as it can go. moving your left leg underneath. Oh, Christmas. I gotta get used to this 3-timer thing. Okay. I know, here's the deal. We'll go as long as this song goes, okay? And then, I'm really off today, guys, but that's okay. We're among friends, and we all have our days. Okay, so I'm gonna keep quiet and practice what I preach here. I'm gonna do that 4 on the inhale through the nose and 8 on the exhale. I would love James Taylor. Yesterday, tomorrow, today. Gotta love both Carole King and James Taylor. Okay, so roll on to your left knee, draw it up with your right knee. Come into that 3-leg down dog and begin to stir your knee in one direction and then in the opposite direction. On your next exhale, come on down to your knee. Roll onto your back. We're going to do a few. We've concluded our 3 hip openers, holding them. Right now, we're going to just do a few core work and then come into Shavasana. So grab a hold of your knees and begin to rock and roll. So here, just back and forth on your spine. And then the next time you come up, hold it here. See if you can't balance on your sits bones. And now if you're anything like me, your shoulders have creeped up. So we're aware of that. So we're pulling the shoulders down. You can either hold your knees in the front or behind, or if you'd like, extend your legs, let go, and we're gonna do 10 breaths. So on the inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are almost halfway there. 6, 7. Keep those shoulders away. 8, 9. 1 more. Draw your knees in. You did it. And very slowly begin to roll down onto your back with your feet hip-width distance here. Placing your palms and begin to press up. Rolling your shoulders underneath. your biceps underneath your shoulder, rolling them together. And if you can, grab a hold of your hands. If not, just place your hands wherever you are. Back of your head resting on the mat. On your next inhale, press up. Really feel this. And we're going to hold this for a little bit. Those of you who want, stay here. Walk your feet maybe a little closer in to get that further stretch in the front side of your thighs. On your next inhale, pressing into your left leg as your right leg comes up. Reach up. One more breath here. On your next exhale, right leg comes down. Inhale, press in to your right sole of your foot as your left leg comes up. Flex your left foot. Breathe. On your next exhale, left leg comes down. Release your hands and slowly come back to center. And one of our last poses, before we just do a simple twist, is roll back, extend your legs up, and begin to come in. We're going to do a shoulder stand. So walk your hands to where, like you have those pockets, and press, keeping the back of your head on the mat. Your chin is tucked, and you're pressing up as though your toes could touch the ceiling. Breathe here. On your next exhale, if it's in your practice, begin to float your feet over your head. Release your hands. Grab a hold of your fingers together. Flex your feet and breathe. Really find that nice stretch. One more inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, release your hands so that you can roll out using your core, keeping your feet as though you could put your foot on the ceiling, back of your head resting on the mat. Begin to very slowly float your left leg down onto the mat using your core. On your next inhale, bend your right knee, interlace your fingers, pulling your right knee up into your shoulder, and breathe. On your next exhale, taking your left hand, extending your right and dropping it over as you gaze down your right arm. Breathe. Using your core, on your next inhale, bring your right knee up, bring your left to meet your right, extend right down, interlace your hands underneath your left knee, avoiding your rib cage, pulling it in towards your shoulder, and now taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee as you drop it over, keeping your shoulders on the mat. As your left knee comes over, gazing down your left arm. One more inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come back to center. Wrap both arms. Give yourself a hug. Thanks for playing with me. On your next exhale, release as you extend down and come into Shavasana. Maybe you put, oops, going a little over today. This hip class really threw me off. So press, bring this underneath your, and we'll do a little bit of a shortened Shavasana. Well, not too short. How about, I use my 3 minutes. Okay. Sink into your mat. Use your breath, just as you've used your breath to take you into each pose. Use your breath now to take you into that quiet place. Let your breath scan your body. Maybe let it spend some time in your hips in recognition of all the work you did in flexing, extending, rotating, all the attention. Each exhale, as you sinking, your shoulders relax. Backside of your body melts into your mat. Feel the support of the earth and just be. Begin to wiggle your toes. Feel your body from the inside, you know. Your body is the portal. And your breath takes you inside. Travel with your breath to come to that quiet place where intuition, the divine intelligence lives. And just sit. Stay a while. And just be. We don't have to go far. We just have to go deep inside. So beginning to move in whatever manner. And we'll come back together to end our time as we started. Coming to a comfortable seated pose on your cushion. And I invite you to just close your eyes with a straight spine, hopefully noticing anything that has changed, altered itself. Just notice. Bringing your hands out to the side on a deep inhale, slowly riding your breath. And bringing the palms of your hand as you exhale, letting them float down through center, landing at the heart. The divine in me bows with such joy and gratitude to the divine in each of you for allowing me, trusting me to guide you through this sacred practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. And Well, anyhow, it was I tried with the hip openers, but we're going to do them again. Maybe not next week, but anyhow, it's good to do. And as I become a little better breath and all of that, I'll share it with you. So God bless. Have a wonderful day. And thanks again for joining on the mat, going inside. Have a wonderful day.